internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's get right into today's video. This is incredible. Yesterday, we talked about XRP playing collateral for Ripple's new stablecoin. And today, Ripple just published, under their insights, stable, transparent, and trusted, the opportunity of stablecoins in global finance. And you will not believe what they stated here. They talked about crypto playing collateral for stablecoins. And wait until I get into what they stated. It is very, very important, and it pretty much validates our video that we published yesterday right here, which we're all going to get into again. But another reason why they published this today is the SEC yesterday and came out, and they're going after their stablecoin. This is crazy. They gave it like a little indirect hint, nudge, nudge. Hey, like, you know, we're keeping an eye on you and we're coming after you kind of thing. But I don't even know what's going on anymore at this point. But we know the end game. Zoom out. We know where this is all headed. And they're just buying time here. Listen to this. Ripple's primary business continues to be, as it has been since 2013, unregistered sales of XRP. It also plans to issue new unregistered crypto assets. See April 4th press release. Why don't we go down to their press release here under Exhibit 1? And they went and controlled demand print, or whatever the shortcut is, and they got a little print screen off Ripple's website. And this is when they came out and said they're going to issue their USD-backed stablecoin. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. At this point, we know how this is all going to end. And we just got to be very patient here. But the SEC knows how big Ripple is going to be. And the big players know. And the SEC is corrupt. We're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out. But things in the near future could be really bad. And let me cover the bad news before I get into the good news. And that's about XRP playing collateral for their new stablecoin. The market right now is all over the place as expected. But if Tether goes down, and I know I'm talking about Tether a lot, but so is everybody else. This video was just yesterday.
I think you raise a great point about Tether, and you talk about it in the context of audits. You mentioned how important audits are when it comes to any sort of investment. And when you ask the question, would you ever invest in a company that was being audited by an auditor I'd never heard of, or wasn't, or was somehow not a great auditing firm? Of course I wouldn't. And that's exponentially true for Tether. Tether claims to have some sort of audit, but it's essentially a satellite snapshot of a days of its events. What is so hard about auditing Tether that they can't, and this is a critical part of every single crypto investment. And they've been saying for years, we're going to get an audit, but they haven't. What would be so hard? Any of us on this panel could conduct that audit. You're just going to look and see whether the tethers are actually backed by real U.S. securities of some sort.
So I'm almost out of time, but I just want to flag myself and Mr. Sherman, Mr. Foster, Mr. Cleaver introducing a bill this week.
We don't care about the usage of USDT in Europe and the U.S. We don't think Europe and U.S. are a good market for us.
And if Tether starts losing stability in the market and FUD gets bigger and bigger, we're going to see the market sell off a little bit. And we could see XRP come down to 40 cents. Potentially even wick down to 30 cents. And along with every other coin, meme coins will bleed. Everything will bleed. But this is going to be a flush out. And you need to just zoom out and look at the bigger picture. I've been in here since 2017, early 2017. And I've seen this happen so many times. I've seen my portfolio go from over 1 million down to 60,000. And I've been through it all. And if this event occurs, it's going to be, it's going to be a mood stomper, but just know it's going to be okay. And the only thing I could preach right now, just stay alive so you could, have fun with your wealth, keep your assets safe, and that's pretty much it. Keep your assets safe, stay alive so you could have fun with your wealth. And in the near term, if everything comes down and you guys want a dollar cost average into your positions, it's a great buying opportunity. But we're going to see this thing take off. And for the individuals that want to sit there with their $1,000 bags or $2,000 bags or $4,000 bags and just yap and say, oh, it's never going to take off, blah, blah, blah. Listen, if you have $3,000 into the game, unless you just started, but if you've been in this sector for a very long time and that's all you have in the sector, you don't believe in this. So whatever remarks, comments that you have, they don't mean anything. And listen to this. This is incredible. So yesterday we talked about if XRP were to play collateral, that it would need 100% backing. So XRP at $100 would mean 10 billion XRP would be required for collateral. And that puts a $1 trillion value for that whole amount of XRP. 10 billion times 100 equals $1 trillion. And Ripple's market cap for their new stablecoin will reach $1 trillion, 100%. Listen to what Ripple says here. These stablecoins are backed by other cryptocurrencies. Since the reserve cryptocurrency may also be volatile, such stablecoins often, listen to this, they over-collateralize, meaning they hold a larger amount of the reserve asset than the stablecoin issued. And this is incredible. Because if this happens, they probably will just to play it safe, and they might have some standards in place from an institution perspective saying, you must have 200%. But they're saying in some cases, you could have ratios up to 200% of collateral on stablecoins. That is insane. So which means yesterday's video, this would double, meaning 20 billion XRP at $100 would be $2 trillion and $1 trillion market cap for Ripple, Ripple stablecoin. That is incredible. And that is honestly peanuts. And I'm saying it's peanuts, and some of you guys may laugh, but just zoom out and laugh at yourself, because this whole ecosystem is going to go to $50 trillion within the next, maybe on a conservative scale, 6 years. So stupid. I'm sorry. For the individuals that got triggered. You got to understand who I'm dealing with here. 50 trillion, 6 years on a conservative scale. Where do you think this money is going to go to? What kind of companies do you think are going to consume these trillions? What kind of cryptocurrency companies out there? What kind of who's going to consume 50 trillion? Do you understand how much money that is? Do you understand that that money needs to go to work? That money is value that needs to be moved around the world 24/7, nonstop. It can't go down. Where is it going to go? Jesus. And we're talking about, having $1 trillion on a stable coin. $1 trillion on a stablecoin market cap. Like, come on, folks. You got to understand where this market's going. Stop worrying about short-term price action for XRP. It means nothing. You're just stressing yourself. Back to what I said about just keeping your assets safe and staying alive. That's the only thing that you can do right now, and you got to live through this. This is a brand new asset class. It's going to go through volatility. We're pioneers. Be mature, be patient, and just sit back. And the SEC, they could do whatever they want, but you know, it sucks that Ripple is dealing with this. You know, hats off to Ripple, hats off to everybody dealing with this headache, because imagine we just see this and we talk about this for, you know, a couple minutes, but the headache that the SEC put on Ripple, and now they're going after everybody else. Remember, we talked about it on this channel. We said, who said Grant wasn't a security? Who said Ethereum? Remember, years ago we used to say this. They're eventually going to come out, and they did. They're going after everybody now. That's why I don't even cover it, because it's known. It's going to happen. Just know, folks, the SEC is going to go after everybody. Ripple got a head start because they were told. They were like, this is, again, I'm not going to get into it, but this is all pre-planned. Like, what are the odds that XRP is the only digital asset on the entire planet with regulatory clarity? And yeah, I could say Bitcoin too, but the clarity that Bitcoin is getting, it makes absolutely no sense. Just because we don't even know who the issuer is, it's bonkers. Get out of here that you don't know who Satoshi is and holds 1 million Bitcoin. That is just beyond. It's so stupid. Come on, they know who it is. With that being said, we did kind of go off, ranting off there a little bit. So with that being said, I do appreciate everything with you guys. We'll be back with another video, and just gonna leave this with you here. Again, for the doubters, for a $50 trillion market cap, and you know XRP can't have trillions of market cap. When Bitcoin, let me play nice here. When Bitcoin reaches $1 million, the market cap would be around $10 trillion. So where is the 40 trillion gonna go? And do you see how we have a cap here at 50 trillion, but there is no cap? Come on. The individuals that understand, you know exactly what's coming down the pipelines. And I know we may sound crazy right now, but the ones that are gonna be crazy are the ones laying in crazy hospital beds that didn't invest in XRP. And yeah, I mean, at that point, let them be.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.